Hello, it's Veronica with the Crafty Oasis. Today I want to show you how I use Trello, which is a project management platform for homeschool. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and I will jump into the tutorial.
Okay, so when we get into Trello, you'll notice that I have a homeschool board and a daily schedule card as a template. We're going to double click on Create Card from Template and then click Create Card. And then one of the first things I do is change the label color. This just helps me visually see which weeks she's completed assignments for. So in this video, I don't show that I updated the template to include week of. That way I only had to fill in the dates on each card copy that I made, but I just fill in the dates for this current week. This is our first week back to school after New Year's and Christmas, and this is for my high school daughter. She's in 9th grade. We homeschool on a block schedule, so on Mondays and Wednesdays, she does science, math, and ballet. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, she does history, ELA, and foreign language. And Fridays are reserved for field trips. That's the general flow. Of course, there are weeks and days where it doesn't exactly go like that. And we also incorporate life skills. Life skills can range from anything such as cooking, cleaning, budgeting, grocery shopping, to even crocheting, knitting, baking. Those life skills also overlap into special interests. Sometimes they also overlap into PE. But we are not part of a charter school any longer, so we have a lot of flexibility and autonomy, which I think is great because it really allows me to tailor the curriculum and lessons to what my children really enjoy while also still learning, and we still have core subjects that we learn so that they have those foundations and they're aligned with state standards. So on our block schedule, you'll see that I'm doing science for Monday. I haven't changed where it says assignments daily yet, but that is for Monday. And sometimes she'll have 2 science assignments. It just depends on if she's doing a lab that day or if she is doing a chapter review. If it's more of a reading day for that section, then she'll probably have 2 assignments. And then math, that also just really depends on the number of pages, really just depends on what kind of math she's doing at that moment. So I'm just going through and changing the day, and these are all checklists. So you'll see as I scroll down on the right and I scroll back up on the right, there's join, members, labels, checklists. These are all checklists that I've inputted into the template, and every time you add an item or when you change an item, so right now I'm going to change for daily focus for Tuesday, I'm going to delete the assignment and create a new one. Every time you do that or add a new item, you want to save that every single time. It doesn't automatically save it, and it can be frustrating to go through and create all of the lesson plans for the week and then forget to save. So be sure to do that. Some of the features like due date, I believe that might be a paid subscription to Trello. I have the free subscription, and in case you're wondering what Trello is, it's actually a project management platform that a lot of virtual assistants use, or project managers, online business managers. I'm sure other professions use them as well. It just helps you to visually keep on track. Plus, you can actually move a card from one list to another. So for instance, when she is done with her weekly assignment card, she can move that from like working on it to completed. So that way, okay, when I go to do grades, week January 6th through January 10th is in completed, and just go that way. And so on the free account for Trello, you can actually have up to 10 boards. So most of my boards on Trello are in fact used for business, but I find it very convenient to use for homeschooling as well. And that's why I'm sharing this video, to help you if you wanted to plan your lessons the same way. Now, I also have a school-aged son. He's homeschooled as well. And for him, I will create lesson plans, but I will be the one actually going in and checking them off. And then with my 3-year-old, I set up stations while the older kids are doing their schoolwork. And so sometimes it'll be Play-Doh, sometimes it'll be lacing letters or the letters that you lace matching a letter mat. We get outside a lot, and I really try to engage with all of them as much as I possibly can while rotating kind of around who needs the instructions for which lesson and like that. So you have a lot of flexibility in Trello, and it's just a great tool because I think the physical moving the card from active to completed, it's just a great progress marker for our brain, and also it can just therefore increase endorphins, and you say yay, woohoo, or however you celebrate those small wins, because especially when you're homeschooling, I think sometimes you need those more because you don't always get the accolades that you need, or likewise for running your own business as well. So we're just going through. I'm not showing my son's assignments on the video. I just really wanted to show you more for a high schooler. And as you go through, you'll get the gist of it. Trello I've only used for a few months, and I've only just started using it for an assignment board in November, and this is January of 2025. So I've only been using it for that purpose for a couple months, but I will say I have tried other project management platforms, and this is one of the most user-friendly, intuitive ones that I've come across. And I'd heard about it for years. I was actually hesitant to use it because I thought it was so complicated, but I was pleasantly surprised that it's not. So hopefully I can encourage you or inspire you to at least try it out, see if it's a fit for your family. Maybe it's not, and if it's not, that's okay. Or a fit for your business if you have a business as well as homeschooling. So I will leave the link to Trello below. It's not sponsored. I just really wanted to share this awesome tool. And on a side note, I am working on a virtual assisting business, and I definitely have a board for my virtual assistant clients and the flow as well. So there's a lot you can do with Trello. I probably will create a general overview walkthrough of Trello itself and how it works and things like that, just to give you an idea of how it can really help your business and your homeschooling. And then that way, either way, if you have to delegate to somebody else, you can have them log in and they can actually look at it and then make projects. And where it says assign down here, you can actually assign it to a team member. That part, I'm not sure, again, if that's a paid feature. Some of them are paid features, but you can do a workaround by, putting a note in the actual box. Assigned to Susie and due on this day. So just keep that in mind. But again, I just wanted to emphasize, every time you add an item or change an item, make sure to save it so that all of your hard work is not for naught. And right now I'm doing ELA and history, and I just wanted to make a note about that. You'll notice that I put makeup on it and apron fashioned around the 1800s. So I like to do a lot of immersive, engaging projects. We do a lot of project-based learning. So with the bonnet and the apron, once my daughter makes that, we may go visit a pioneer-type village or area center that they can actually kind of really get immersed in or get that experience of a different time. And we love to do that. For my son, I incorporate a lot of an imaginative play. So we go on quote-unquote trips, and we We'll bake foods from that culture, or we'll put on a festival or learn about ways that they celebrate and things of that nature. So this is just one way that you can use Trello for homeschool specifically, and I would love to see how you use Trello. So share that on Pinterest at Crafty Oasis Designs, and thank you so much for watching. If you found this valuable, please share. Take care.